no to all of this. He says, that's it, I'm going to warn the world, I'm going to tell everybody. And Dr. Manhattan kills him, blows him into bits, aerosolizes him. And that is the message. The world is saved. There's a new kingdom being set up by the Pyramid Corporation, a world government. And Lucifer, Ozymandias, is going to stay on the earth. And the new man is going to travel the stars as a god and says, I'm leaving to go explore the universe. And that's how the movie ends. And the earth has been saved. The bad guy has been killed. Rorschach, who's against child molestation and against tyranny and against police brutality, he's the bad guy. He is killed. Everyone is saved because the evil sociopath Rorschach has been defeated. And there's many other archetypal images and programming in the film. Now, the real attack the globalists are going to launch, amongst many, will be a biological holocaust to bring the world together. And so this is an open threat to everyone. And this is the globalists saying, yes, we killed Kennedy for your own good. Yes, the Pyramid Corporation stages the terror attacks. And they showed 9/11 as the pit after he blows up Lower Manhattan. I mean, it is literally an exact copy of the pit after it was dug out with the big American flags, and we will never forget. And that is the message. And after Dr. Manhattan finds out that Ozymandias staged the terror attacks, he says, yes, it makes total sense. You've done a fabulous job. You know, I totally agree with you. This was the way to go. And that gets into some of the Egyptian mythology where, you know, one guy kills somebody else's father, but then the son gets to become a god. Then finally, oh, I realize you're right. I want to join you. You actually have more advanced knowledge than I do. When in truth, the Illuminati isn't staging terror attacks to stop World War III. They're staging them to bring in World War III and a holocaust to the majority of the population. But at the mid and higher levels of the globalist order, this is what they teach. Well, we got to kill 3,000 to save America. We got to stage 9/11 to save America. Of course, the tagline of the film on the movie poster at the theater is, there had to be a sacrifice. The elite had to do this for your own good. This had to be done to protect you. We had to stage the terror attack to bring the world together. Just as it's now declassified. They've written books about it. Carol Quigley wrote a book about it for the CIA as the head of the Georgetown Political Science Department. How they staged World War I to bring in the League of Nations. That was a prototype. They staged World War II, funding Hitler, funding others. To the Club of Rome prototype, the Milner Group, set that up to bring in world crises so we would accept world government, so we could be fully dominated, so the elite can control technology, sequester it so we don't destroy ourselves. And so the elite, you know, when I say at the end of Endgame, the elite believe they're going to merge with machines and then leave the planet and travel to the stars, I'm not saying that's really going to happen. I'm quoting what the head futurists are saying, what the head of the United Nations UNESCO department, Julian Huxley, said, what, you know, all the top futurists are currently saying. They write and say that we will all be killed. You know, they tell their minions we're going to kill 80%, but their deeper documents and white papers say actually 99% or more, and that then the elite are going to merge with machines and technology, and that is the next evolution of man becoming gods, but most of us aren't worthy to go to that next level. And this film, Watchman, is a threat to everyone as they are revealing their Babylon mystery religion system.
Have you ever wanted to generate your own supply of electrical power? If so, this is going to be the most important message you will ever hear. Solar-powered generators are now available from Solutions from Science, one of GCN's oldest and most trusted sponsors. These emergency backup systems provide life-saving electrical power when you need it most. Unlike gas generators, a solar generator runs quietly, emits no fumes, and produces electricity for free. It's like having an electric power plant running quietly in your own home. Run sump pumps, shortwave radios, computers, and even keep food from spoiling. Whether it's hurricanes, ice storms, brownouts, or blackouts, you'll never have to suffer through painful power outages again. When the power goes out, you'll be ready with a solar-powered generator from Solutions from Science. Go to mysolarbackup.com and get off the grid today. That's mysolarbackup.com today. Or call 877-327-0365. 877-327-0365. Don't wait. Call today.
A day unlike any other in the long course of American history, a terrorist act of war against this country.
The enemy struck America on September 11th. But who is the enemy?
Bin Laden. This is his MO.
We have to look to the Middle East. We have to look to Osama bin Laden.
Fabled Enemies is the first 9/11 film to take a close look at the terrorist ties to intelligence networks inside the United States.
Some U.S. investigators believe that there are Israelis again very much engaged in spying in and on the U.S.
I'm aware that some Israeli citizens have been detained.
Bin Laden's connections to the CIA, the hijackers' ties to the FBI, the Saudi Arabian connection, the Israeli intelligence network, warnings and war games, the shadow government, and much, much more. Fabled Enemies. Get the DVD at Infowars.com or see it in super high quality, along with hundreds of other titles at PrisonPlanet.tv.
Either you are with us or you are with the terrorists.
The United States is bankrupt and the bankers want you bankrupt also. How would you like to be debt-free in 90 days guaranteed? DebtCrisisSolutions.com has helped tens of thousands out of debt since 1993 and will free you from the debt trap. DebtCrisisSolutions.com legally guarantees to put an end to wage garnishment, bank levies, and liens, and you won't pay one dime to creditors. With Debt Crisis Solutions program, you'll also restore your credit history and be protected from legal action without making one more payment to creditors. DebtCrisisSolutions.com specializes in credit report restoration, preventing wage garnishment and bank levies, liens, and judgments. Doing nothing doesn't make the debt go away. Become debt-free in 90 days, guaranteed. Call Debt Crisis Solutions now for a free consultation at 718-615-0123. That's 718-615-0123. Or visit them online at DebtCrisisSolutions.com. That's DebtCrisisSolutions.com today.
So there's a reason that the mainstream media has hailed this as the work of all time, one of Time Magazine's 100 best novels of all time. It's because it's their religion. It's their message to you, what they're planning to do to you. The truth is the elite are dumbing everyone down, denigrating society, training us to love seeing our fellow humans torn limb from limb, to desensitize us to accept this new age, this brave new world. And then our destruction is a regenerative good thing. The destruction is creative when they carry it out. And there is no doubt that this film signifies the preparation, the fact that they've released it now, for staged massive terror attacks with conventional weapons, biological weapons, you name it. And out of this crisis, the nations of the earth will come together under a tyrannical one-world government. As a month ago, the Financial Times of London, published by a Bilderberg Group member, had a bunch of different articles, but one of them, and now for world government, was the headline. Yes, it's tyrannical. Yes, it's authoritarian. Yes, we kept it secret from you for your own good. Now we're doing this to you. And most of the followers, most of the petty elitists that think they're on the inside of this, that think they're part of this power structure, they will be destroyed by the New World Order as well. That's like Dr. Eric Pianka at UT here in Austin says, oh, I know it's sad we all have to die. I'm sad for my family having to die, but it's what the new world needs. Humans are a parasite, and see, out of this, the new superhuman can rise. And Dr. Manhattan, the God man, the new man, he understands finally when he talks to Lucifer, who he's been, enemies with, never knew it was his brother, his friend, his comrade, Ozymandias. He learns he's been fighting him all these years. And he says, oh, I understand. I want to work with you now. I want to be part of this with you. What you did was beautiful. And, of course, Ozymandias worldwide is also blaming Dr. Manhattan for staging the terror attack. And Dr. Manhattan understands that and says, yes, it's brought the world together. Now I will leave and be a god in the universe. Bye-bye. Oh, but first they had to kill Rorschach because Rorschach said he was going to warn the world and tell folks who had really staged the terror attack. He didn't understand the larger view. He couldn't grasp it. He was outside the lodge. He was profane. He couldn't be given all of the greater secrets. Rorschach had to die. And the other members of the Watchmen, they just realized, oh, yes, this is good. Oh, our petty minds, we couldn't